Girl, this is not a sew-in. This is not a quick weave, and it's definitely not a wig. Baby, this is a crochet. And I learned how to do this within like 20 minutes. And I'm about to teach you exactly how I did it. So if you've been on my page, you know I do a lot of different hairstyles on my hair, but I've just never touched crochet. So today's the day, you know? I've always thought crochet back in the day used to look kind of like, I don't know, auntie-ish. But I guess you can say I'm an auntie now because I'm officially installing crochet in my head. So I'm using the YWIGS Burmese Water Curly Human Hair Crochet in 22 inches. I started with my hair already braided down because I know how fast y'all want the information. So I was like, you know what? Let me just start out with my hair braided. If you are a visual learner, girl, take a picture, get your hair braided like that, and let's move along. So I basically just did straight back cornrows through the middle, and then I did 2 anchor braids on each side. I feel like the straight backs, from what I've been watching all over YouTube, they give me a grid to actually latch the crochet hook through, like a clean path across my whole head. So I'm not, you know, guessing where to go next. And for me, I do anchor braids even when I do sew-ins. I like anchor braids because it helps the hair lay towards my face versus being so pushed back, if that makes sense. So yeah, I definitely did leave out my edges because I really want this to look as natural as possible. And anytime you leave out, you know, your hairline, your perimeter, it's always going to elevate any style, as long as you know how to manipulate it and blend it. Like, don't leave out all of this if you're not going to do the work it takes to blend your hair. You can definitely just braid up all your hair, but for me, I like to leave out my edges. Now, I'm no professional, but I do feel like I got so many compliments on my hair while I was at Essence Festival. And if you're doing this as your first crochet install, baby, do not try to, like, you know, skip steps when it comes to your braids. I feel like your braid pattern is basically the blueprint. You messed that up, girl, you messed up the whole install. So let's talk about this hair. Now, this is YWIGS Burmese Curly and 22-inch human hair, and I've been wanting to try this specific texture for a minute. The girlies have been doing flip over methods. I've tried to do a flip over method, and the hair that I had was just not giving. It was just too bushy, baby. But this, oh baby, this is it. Okay, YWIGS knew what it was doing when they did this one. The hair is literally so soft. It's not dry and straw-like curly hair like some brands try to pass off as water curly. Baby, no. And it's so easily manageable. When I was in New Orleans, y'all, I literally just wet my hair in the shower, ran my fingers through with some conditioner, and I used a few different curling products just to, you know, reduce the frizz that might come with having any type of coily or curly hair. Did I tell y'all that this hair has so much movement to it? When I move to the right, the hair is bouncing. If I look to the left with just my eyeball, the hair is bouncing, y'all. And the best part about this hair, y'all, I literally have had 0 shedding and 0 tangling right out the pack. I've had this in for maybe about 5 days now, and I want to try this in every color possible. So weight-wise, it's giving full, but it's definitely not heavy. It looks like a lot, but when I tell you I can throw this thing around in a bun if I wanted to, I wish I would have left out my back perimeter so I could have pulled it up into like a full bun. I really need to take this down and just do the full perimeter out so I can have more fun with this. But when I tell y'all this hair is so lightweight, 22 inches with the Burmese curly literally sits a little below my bra strap. So if you had straight hair, 22 inches, just know this is not gonna, you know, sit in the same length or zone that your straight hair was. Okay, so here's what I use for this. It came with a crochet needle, rat tail comb for parting, some clips to keep the sections out the way, and the hair itself. Girl, that's it. You don't need anything else. You don't need no glue, you don't need a needle, you don't need no thread, none of that. Okay, and in my bundle, I believe they sent me 6 bundles. I only use 5, but I low-key want to go back in and add the full 6 so I can really give Shaka Khan out here. Okay, remember I said this was my first time ever trying a crochet install in general. So this was the part that took me 20 minutes to learn. And I am today years old finding out crochet is not as scary or as hard as it looks. Okay, so when I first was trying to learn how to do this, y'all, I was attaching the hair, the crochet hair, to the needle first, then trying to push it through my braid. Girl, don't do that. So the hook goes under the braid, okay? Like right here, you catch the weft, pull it through, and then you loop it back to lock it in place. That's the whole technique. You know, you go under with the needle, you catch the thread, you pull it, you loop it, That's it. Don't overcomplicate it like I did, because I was over here just doing anything to hurry up. Mind you, I did this the night before I was supposed to fly out to New Orleans. So you can imagine how stressed I was trying to, you know, hopefully do this the right way. And I wasn't sure on how this would even turn out. I was just banking on me being a very cute girl who knows how to dress. So the hair was just gonna have to do what it was gonna do. And girl, once you get the hang of it, it really is just going row by row down that straight back pattern. Under, catch, pull, loop, girl, next one. And the best part is that I don't have to fry my hair for it to blend. I literally just wet my edges and put a little curl cream and some gel up there. And once you get on the sides at those anchor braids, okay, I'm taking my time there because this is what's going to frame my entire face. If the edges of the install are wonky, baby, that's the first thing people are going to see, okay? So I did, you know, move a little slower around this area, making sure it's secure and it's laying in the direction, you know, I actually want it to lay once it's all said and done. When I tell y'all this was genuinely way easier than I could have ever expected. I built up this whole thing in my head like it was going to be some technical skill that takes forever to learn. Girl, no. It's really not even that deep once you get the hang of, you know, the hand movements, the motion, and the knotting technique. Like I said, there's no shedding, no tangling. While I've been in New Orleans partying, you know, in the heat. And I haven't wrapped my hair, mind you, okay? I've just been using a little spray bottle to make sure it stays hydrated. Okay, so the last few pieces up at the crown, I really just kind of tried to put those as close together as possible, just so you can make sure that you don't see any braids. Now, once the hair is pulled out and, you know, combed out together, you're really not going to see. You don't have to put anything very close together. Honestly, like, you can separate this a lot, but you do want to make sure that you are not leaving too much of a gap in between your sections, because, okay, girl, the wind will blow and your braids will be exposed. So yeah, just kind of do like, depending on how thick you want your hair. I feel like if you're going to do this look, girl, go big or go home. Filling in the back is literally the easiest part. You're just going from side to side. Now, when I was in the middle, I was sewing like up and down. Not sewing, sorry y'all. I was knotting up and down. One of the reasons why I feel like mine looked so good was, one, I left some of my edges out, the little bit that I do have left, y'all. And also I teased the top of the roots. It's not my natural hair I'm teasing. I teased the hair of the crochet. The messy, frizzy vibe at the root makes it look even more natural. You just gotta trust the process. My niece even asked me, was this my real hair? And I was like, girl, when have you ever seen me with this much hair? But it looks so good in real life. One thing I also wish I would have did slightly different, that I will do again once I decide to, you know, redo this style, which I will be before the summer's over with. I might do it back to back, girl, because I'm in love. So being that I like my parts to be a little closer together when it's curly hair, and to also give more of that illusion vibe, I feel like I might do more braids in the center just to make it look, you know, even more believable. Because right now it looks kind of wide for a part. And I also messed up my middle part. But at this point, like I said, I was running behind for Essence Festival, baby. I did not have time to rebraid or redo anything. So I just left it as is. But baby, next time, I'm going to make sure I add lots of braids in that middle area. I have seen other people do them with like 5 or 6 braids. But I'm very particular when it comes to the size of my braid. Because I already feel like I have a big head, child. So I feel like having lumpy braids is just going to make my head look even bigger. And we don't have time for that. So yeah, this is me when I first, you know, put in most of the hair. I still had a few pieces to add on the side. As you can see, some of my braids are showing. But I knew I wasn't pulling my hair up at all, so I just left that as is. Like I said, you do not have to fill in every gap, because this hair looks thicker than it feels. But yeah, this is how my hair looked when I got to the airport, baby. And here are some of the outfits. This is how the hair looked with some of my looks. If this video helped you at all, which I hope it did, girl, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Bye.